Welcome back, Gemini. All right, Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. If you're new here, if you are a cross watcher, just know that this is an all Gemini channel. Do help yourself to checking out any of my other readings. Okay. Somebody here is defending a relationship, a union. This could also be somebody like protecting a bond that they have with somebody. So it could be like an inappropriate, well, not inappropriate, but it could be like something that people perceive to be inappropriate. Um, it's giving me this vibe like, okay, so like when I was 16, remember I told you I was a nurse? Well, one of my patients, he and I became really good friends. I was 16. I think he was like 82, 83. I don't know, something like that. He and I became really good friends. So on my days off, I'd go over there and go visit him and take him some cheeseburgers and stuff like that. And people thought that that was so weird. Why would a 16-year-old girl want to hang out with an old man? And that's basically what they said. So, whatever. Anyways, he's just like the most interesting person I ever met. He was awesome. So that's what I'm hearing. So somebody here is defending a relationship. Other people don't see what it is that you see in that person. Who gives a F, right? But you got somebody around you that wants to cause problems in this relationship, okay? You got somebody that really wants to cause problems. It could be a water sign because it looks like this person is mad because you're no longer like interested in them. That's what I'm getting. This could be an ex, okay? Doesn't have to be, but maybe this person feels like you're just taking the attention away from them and giving it to somebody else, whatever, right? But that's what I'm getting. So somebody here is like really upset and jealous, and somebody here is like really trying their best to hide it. They don't want people to know how they feel, but they do. They're feeling it. I'm seeing somebody here that is very immature. Very immature and actually becoming more and more overly sensitive, okay? So that's the warning there with that. Let's find out about this new beginning, okay? New beginning. Somebody's avoiding the making the hard decisions. Somebody doesn't want to make the hard decisions. There is something being hidden here. Let's see where this is going. Hmm. Okay, so there's something being hidden here. We're going to dig deeper and figure this out. Okay? It does look like somebody's feeling really left out of this situation. Somebody feels like they're getting pushed out. Okay, and it very well could be this water sign, and that's why they're like in that really low vibrational feeling right now, or low vibrational field, right? It looks like this person is feeling really depressed because they're feeling like they're getting left out. You might be walking around with this other person, right? And this person feels like it's very inappropriate because why are you with this other person? Well, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation, all right? Just so you know. This could be like anybody, right? I'm the kind of person, like personally, I will talk to homeless people, and I have talked to homeless people, and I've had people tell me, why are you talking to this homeless man, or why are you talking to homeless people? I've had people like try to put me down because of it, right? So this situation, maybe you're going through something like that, okay? It's something like that. I'm not saying that this person is homeless or you're homeless or anybody's homeless. I'm just saying that it's something like that where somebody is being judgmental and small minded and frankly rude. Okay, but now this person's like really mad and upset because they're feeling like they're getting left out. You know what I mean? And they feel like, oh, like what the heck, right? That kind of energy. Like, oh, Gemini would rather be over there with that, and they're doing kind of like that kind of thing with their hands. Hmm. What's crazy is this person feels stuck because they can't tell you how they feel. They don't have the ability to tell you how they feel because they know that if they tell you how they feel, it's kind of like they know that you're going to be like not wanting to do anything about it. You know, they already know that you're going to be like, whatever. Like, what is your problem? Right? So, because of that, because they know that you don't care, okay? Like, it's not that you don't care. Maybe that's the wrong word. But what they're feeling is nonsense, and you can't take that serious, right? Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So to them, it's like you don't care. You don't care that they're having some kind of mental breakdown. You don't care that they're falling apart. You don't care, and it's kind of like that. And it's really bothering them. It doesn't have to be romantic. That's what's crazy about it. And you know what? That's what's so weird. This might not even be like something public. I mean, something public. This might not even be romantic. So what the heck is their problem? It's so weird. Well, anyways, they're feeling left out. They're really feeling it. They don't trust this new person that you've been hanging out with. This could be like, it could be anybody, guys. It could be like somebody you're working with, right? It could literally be anybody, and this person just doesn't trust that person. And the thing is that you're doing it publicly, so it's kind of like they really can't say much because then everybody's going to know their opinion. So it makes me feel like deep down inside themselves, they know that they're wrong, that their feelings are wrong. Something's wrong with their feelings. Because when people feel like their feelings are right and when they feel like their feelings are justified, what is the first thing they do? Heck, a lot of people come out on social media, right? Something about social media, you know what I mean? This person might be coming out on social media trying to talk about this. But the thing is that when people think that they're so right, even when they're wrong, they'll come out and say something, right? I don't feel like this person is telling you anything. Okay, maybe they are coming out on social media because that's how it's coming out. So they're doing it behind your back to like, to what? Oh, I don't know. What to see? To like say something, or I'm just curious now. And I think just for one of you, this person is doing this. So this is like somebody being really petty. Oh, okay. So they're profiting off of this in some way. Okay, so by not telling you what it is or trying to find a solution or anything like that, they're just turning to social media, and this is for one of you. For another one of you, you're going out like in public and you're hanging out with somebody, and this person feels like oh well, like you're never gonna change, that kind of energy. I'm the kind of person, I'll talk to anybody. I am not judgmental against anybody. And in the Bible it says, the person without sin throw the first stone, right? So I don't believe that we are supposed to be judgmental with other people. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but I just feel like we're not supposed to judge other people. As a matter of fact, you actually learn a lot by talking to different kinds of people. You'll actually have a deeper understanding of people of all backgrounds, all ages, by talking to different people. It actually I think it makes you smarter because you learn about other people. And the more you learn about other people, the less judgmental you become, the less prejudiced you become, the less racist you become. You know what I mean? Anyways, this person knows that if you were to find out about this, what they're doing, because if they're not talking on social media, they're definitely talking to somebody. And it's like they know, Gemini, that if you were to find out, that you're just going to walk away from them. And this could be like something that's about to turn into something romantic. For one of you, you might have found a new friend that it looks like it is becoming romantic. Or it has the potential to become romantic. But I'm hearing like you're single and you're ready to mingle. Yeah, this could very well be romantic for one of you. I didn't see it before, but now I see it, yes. And that might be just for one of you, okay? But yeah, if this is not romantic, then this person is definitely trying to make it seem that it is, okay? Because it's still telling me that like that person's really upset and mad and angry and hurt, and they're feeling like they're getting left out and they want to leave. Instead of seeing you with somebody, they would rather leave. Maybe it is for romantic. Or this maybe you and this person were romantically involved. You know what I mean? Like y'all used to be together, now you're not. And now you're making friends and they just can't handle it. Even though it's not romantic, you're just making friends, you know? That kind of thing. What is it their business? You know what I mean? Like what is it their business? But apparently they feel like it is their business. I have no idea why this person thinks it's their business. Because obviously you don't care. And they know you don't care. And now this person's like, to tell you the truth, they're suffering some kind of breakdown because of this relationship. Okay. What it is that they're suffering from the bond. That bond between you and them is gone. And they could feel it. That's what it is. Yes. And now this person is becoming, I want to say, like more and more impulsive. You know, they're just making the wrong decisions left and right. So it's just causing more chaos in their life, you know? And then they're blaming it on you. Yeah. And this person knows there's no future with you. So they're just like wasting their time getting all huffy and puffy and going through this. And for one of you going on social media, they're just wasting their time because nobody, you don't want them back. You don't want nothing to do with them. So this person is claiming that you neglected them and you have been neglecting them and you were neglecting them the whole time that you were in a relationship with them. You were terrible and you were toxic. You weren't. Okay? It's coming out. You weren't toxic. But they're claiming that you were toxic. But it's not true, Gemini. You weren't toxic. I think this person just wants to put some kind of delusion into your head to make you feel a certain kind of way just to make themselves feel better. You get what I mean? Make themselves feel better. Actually, I'm hearing that once you got this person out of your life, you lost 99% of the toxicity that was in your life. Because I'm hearing for one of you, you divorced this person and you suffered a lot because of this person, but they are not over you. And it's like the more and more that you moved away from this person, the happier and the more peaceful that your life became. But this person is still following you around. This person is still watching you. And they're watching you make friends out there and it's pissing them off. And they're recording it. Why are they recording it? Looks like you're already divorced or you're heading for one. Okay, you're either already divorced or you're heading for a divorce. If you're heading for a divorce, this person might be trying to get like use some kind of recordings of you. Okay, posting it on social media so they can have like witnesses or whatever. Two of Swords is coming out in reverse, and to verify the Six of Swords in the upright position. So I'm hearing like the more further away that you're getting from this person, I'm hearing like the less confusion that you're having in your life. I'm hearing that it's like you're moving away. Even though you might have a little bit of anxiety of what's out there, what's new, all that kind of stuff, right? Which is normal. But you are happier away from this person. Okay? And this person wants to come in and they want to like reveal some kind of truth about you because how dare you leave them? All right. So this is turned into this weird yeah. Look, Seven of Flowers coming out. They're watching you. This is turning out into this creepy stalker thing. And you know what, guys? Something is really going on, seriously, because a lot of readers are picking up on this a lot lately. And you are not the only person that's getting stalked. I'm actually getting stalked right now, too. I'm getting stalked. You're getting stalked. Other readers, even when I listen to other readers, like with on Aries channels, on you know what I'm saying, like on other channels, other Gemini channels, other readers are also picking up on people being stalked. Right now, something weird is going on. People have like they're not spending money to go out on things, and they have like nothing to do but stalk each other now. Like that's what I'm thinking. Is that what it is? There's no more like no more money for entertainment or something like that. YouTube is free, guys. Come on. You know what I mean? Like there's stuff online that you could do that are free. You don't have to go around stalking people. But Gemini, you're not the only one being stalked. Yeah. Hmm. This is not my story, but this is somebody's story. But I am being stalked too. That's the one thing that we have in common here. All right. So, anyways, this person is being sneaky, okay, and they're stalking, and they're doing it in such a way that you don't even see them because it looks like you moved away from them or you distance yourself. It's coming out mentally. You distance yourself, but it could be physical. Like you physically distance yourself away from this person. They're not supposed to be coming near you, but yet here they are, still around. And this person's in denial. Like they do not believe that you really don't want them around, or they're in denial that you even. It's weird. I think this person is delusional because they know that you're gone. You're visiting with other people, or somebody's visiting you. Could be the other way around as well. Oh my gosh. You know what just hit me in my head? Like you hired somebody to come in and put the Wi-Fi in, and this person sees that it's a man or something like that. Or maybe if you're a guy, it was a female that came out to install your Wi-Fi, and they're like, "Oh, Gemini's over there with some other, guy or girl in their house or apartment," and like you're not having anything to do with that person, like other than they came in to install your Wi-Fi, like or to fix your plumbing. To fix your plumbing. Okay, anyways. Something like that, okay? For one of you, it's actually you were just talking to some random person that came over to fix something in the house. And I'm picking that up in my third eye. So, okay. So you're not even doing anything. And you were just talking to that person. It's like this couple came over. I sold them a generator. They came over and we ended up standing outside talking for like 6 hours. It was me, my daughter, and a man and a woman. We ended up standing out there for 6 hours talking. So you might have done something like that, where you just had a good conversation, and the conversation just kept on going. You know what I mean? It happens. You meet people and you just hit it off, right? That kind of thing. This person wants to confront you. They would love to come and confront you. That's what it is. So this person wants to confront you, all right? And they want to like stick their finger in your face. They want to stick their finger like, I saw you. They want to, but they're not going to. They want to. Okay. Whatever. Gemini, this is what's going on. You have a stalker, okay? You might not even be talking to people, and for one of you, you did. You just made a friend. That's it. And it is leading to something romantic for you, but your ex is still watching you, okay? For another one of you, this is just somebody that you talk to. Could be anybody that came over, like I said, and this person just happened to see you talking to that person, and all of a sudden, this person's all pissed off, recording it, thinking that they're getting some kind of evidence for something, maybe to send you to court for a divorce or something like that if you're not legally divorced yet. You know what I mean? For another one of you, they might be just using this as something that they could throw online on social media, any kind of social media. It could be a Facebook, like Instagram or whatever, right? They could be putting it on there just to show like friends and family, like, oh, look what I caught Gemini doing. Oh, look at there's a man coming out of the house, or look at that. We haven't spoken in 2 weeks, and look, there's a woman coming out of their house. And it's just something like, I don't know, maybe she came to clean your apartment, you know? Whatever, something like that. And this person's all huffy and puffy. I am seeing that the further away you get from this person, the happier you are. Like the more mentally sane you're becoming. That's what I'm hearing. You know what? Keep going, Gemini. Do what you got to do. But I do feel like you have been trying your hardest to set some boundaries with this person, and it's not working. Nothing you've done or nothing you've tried to do is working. And for one of you, you made a friend and you're trying to defend that that relationship. And like I said, it could just be one of those things where this person is saying like it's inappropriate. It's not inappropriate. You should be allowed to make friends no matter what their age, races, or social economic standing is. I think that stuff about limiting ourselves to where we have to be friends with only people of this age or of this race or of this economic background. Wow, how small your world must be. You know what I mean? I mean, if you limit your friends like that, man, you don't learn nothing. You don't learn anything. And you know what? It makes me wonder why it actually explains why we see these videos where people are like, how do you make ice? Have you seen those? And the person's like 19 or 20 years old and they're like, how do y'all make ice? It's like, what do you mean, how do you make ice? You need to make friends. You need to make friends. You shouldn't have to come out on social media asking that kind of question, how to make ice cubes. You know, you need to make friends. You need to have a variety of different friends, you know? Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. I also had another friend. Her name was Irene. She was like in her 80s. She was an old hooker. And guys, even in her 80s, she still wanted to go up and down Military Drive and be like, hey guys. And she would sneak out of the nursing home. And me and my friend, we used to have to drive up and down. It was in San Antonio. We used to have to drive up and down Southwest Military Drive on a Friday, which is like cruise night. Like everybody goes cruising on that street. So we'd have to go on the busiest nights, right? Cruising up and down the street looking for Irene in her hospital gown, trying to pick up men. We'd catch her. She'd come back with some crazy wild stories. Well, she was my friend too. She told me so many things. You have to remember I was 16. This was like in, what was it? Let me think. In 88. So she was like 80 years old. So she was born in like 1908 or 1907 or something like that, right? Can you imagine the things that she has seen in her life? I wish I would have talked to her more, actually. Now, when I think about it, the years that she's been on Earth, the changes that she has seen, there was no such thing as women's rights back then. You know what I mean? Women used to have their husband's permission to just have a bank account. You know what I mean? I don't know how she became a hooker. I honestly don't know how. But I will tell y'all a story though. I had gotten my stepdad to come and pick me up to bring me a cheeseburger once. I don't know how that happened, but he ended up coming over to bring me a cheeseburger for lunch. And guess who knew him by name? Yeah. She went out there in the break room and she was like, George, I haven't seen you in a while. She walks over there, throws her arm around him, and she's like, how you been? And he was turning red. And I was like, Dad, how do you know Irene? How do you know this 80-year-old prostitute? And at that time, I think he was, let me think, I was 16, so he was like 40, I want to say. Like 40 years old. So he was like 40, she's 80. She's a prostitute. She still was a prostitute. How does she know my dad? Or my stepdad? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did she know him? He was turning red. He wouldn't look at me. He was just staring at the ground. He had this weird looking. I've never seen him act like that. He had this weird grin on his face. He looked like somebody that got caught in a trap. Yeah, like Yeah, it's the only way I can explain it. Yeah, and guess who he knew? He knew Irene. And guess where Irene would escape to? Every time she would escape, she'd go straight to Southwest Military Drive, where things get pretty wild on the weekends. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Which wasn't very far from where I lived. You have to remember, um, I used to walk to work. Remember I told y'all? So I only walked about 3 or 4 miles to get to work. You know what I mean? So we didn't live very far from Southwest Military Drive. Southwest Military Drive was only like maybe a mile away from where I worked at. So we lived really close to that facility. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I'm telling y'all this story. But listen, there's nothing wrong with having friends from different backgrounds, different races, different economic backgrounds, whatever. This person is just making some kind of weird thing out of nothing. Okay? And and if this is romantic, what the hell is it any of their business? You're not with them anymore. So be careful with that because that person is very deceptive. It came out in the reading, remember? We saw the Seven of Swords over here. Yeah. Very deceptive person. So I would be careful with that person. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Whoever you're making friends with, that's your business. It's good to make friends of all ages, all backgrounds, all races. It's good and it's healthy for your mental. That's what I think. But if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Y'all take care. Catch me in the next one. Bye bye.